The numbers for Twitch. No, we hit 1 million on YouTube a few years ago, like 2-ish years ago, and we're getting closer to 1.5 on YouTube. But YouTube is tough right now, man. YouTube is a difficult place to build subs. To be honest, chat, this might ever happen again. Like I have to be real with the kind of streamer I am and the kind of stuff that I stream. Not reaching like Fortnite, Minecraft levels of audiences or League of Legends levels of audiences. This might not happen that often. So tonight might be very special. Less than 40? Holy shit! Well, oh, you're right. Oh my God, you're right. Sweet Jesus, man. Chat, you're gonna literally be watching me put in like 100 gift subs at a time for like 30 goddamn minutes. It's gonna be like 30 minutes of this shit. I cannot wait to see the credits today. Oh my God. The credits list is gonna be great. It's gonna be so fucking fast. I'm kind of glad we never got to the point where it was just like astronomical, like all of a sudden. That would feel daunting and I wouldn't know what to do with it. The fact that it's been this like slow crawl this entire time. Oh my God. Damn, dude, are we that close? We're just waiting for this thing to refresh at this point. I'm definitely getting RPCS3 and we're gonna see if we can get Asura's Wrath up and running tonight. We're gonna have to start it. I need more RAM. I gotta download more friggin' RAM. Oh, God damn! Wow, that was fast, dude. It hasn't even been an hour, man. Holy mother of God. My ears. I'm sorry. My ears. This won't happen very often, okay? Damn, you guys gave me buffer room. You guys gave me trolling buffer room. Holy shit, you're still giving me trolling buffer room. Thank you. Thank you for everybody that followed. I mean, that means a lot. Thank you. Seriously, never would I have imagined that this is my life. Like, never would I have imagined 10 years ago before this shit started that this would have ever been anywhere close to what my life is, you know? And it's changed me as a person. It's changed everyone in my family. It changed my friends. Like it's had significant impacts on everybody that's been in association with me, and I hope it's been for the better for everybody. So, good Lord, dude. Thank you so much, chat. Thank you so much for this. Okay, so we got to talk about it, right? Just really quick. We got to talk about how much this hitting 1 million on Twitch means to me. And it equally meant a ton on YouTube, right? Because YouTube, it was very difficult to find an audience for like fighting games over the years, and now it seems like it's gotten a bit easier because the pandemic has created a lot more content creators, you know? But for being somebody that's like variety focused on fighting games, for being somebody that doesn't just want to do fighting games, that's also relatively variety focused on general releases, and the most important part, like I was just saying, this number means a lot to me because of retro, right? This number means a lot to me because we've done so much retro gaming where we go back and play games all the way back to like the NES era of everything, you know? We go back to play, and I've worked my ass off to get physical hardware of so many different things that are connected in so many different facets and ways and daisy-chained into the stream to get it to work, because I hold dear the value of getting your original hardware and getting it up on this screen, right? So the fact that I have been supported for so long from you guys to do that, I've been supported for such a ridiculous amount of time to keep investing time and money and effort into this, it has been an absolute joy. It's been an absolute joy that I get to do the thing that I love doing, which is just tinkering and figuring out this stream stuff, and then trying to make the most fun and engaging streams out of it. Because not many channels on Twitch, I would be questioning how many have actually been able to reach a larger following, much less a 7-digit following, while spending a very large majority of their stream playing old stuff. And that's what Yo Video Games has been. Yo Video Games' biggest focus to me was to emulate the arcade environment. And that, like I've said many times before, I just want to get people in here that remember the feeling of having that camaraderie and your friends at an arcade and showing up and playing a game that you love, and then having your friends be there. Like, literally, I hate to use the Cheers effect because it's the biggest boomer reference in the world, but for anybody that doesn't know what Cheers is, yes, like, it is... I essentially want to create, like, the Cheers effect for everybody that wants to show up in some way, right? For you to show up and have the friends that you know be there, and you can sort of just enjoy the same shit together. Stop making you feel old, I'm sorry. If somebody knows what Cheers is, all of a sudden they hit this stamp, just old, right on their face. So the fact that not many channels on this entire website have actually been relatively retro focused and been able to grab a following like this means the world to me, right? Like I said, granted, it might not translate to like more money, because more money means that you're in the eyes of people that are making current games, right? The current era of like influencers and game marketability and streamer marketability mostly comes from people that are able to promote a new game and sell a product for, you know, an audience that is recent, right? That is aware of maybe newer fighting games or newer products or whatever, right? And I've definitely played some of that stuff, but it has never been the focus of the channel, right? That stuff has never absolutely been the direct focus of the channel, where we have always prioritized the old cool shit. Like that, it has really been a big deal to me, much less Steve Simmons and Kenny, that we spend time focusing on the cool shit, the old cool shit, and cherishing that stuff. What made it great? What still makes it great today? And that cannot be said any more than fighting games, right? That directly relates to fighting games, in my opinion, because to me, like, a fighting game doesn't die. Everyone loves to say that, like, after first 3 months of a fighting game being out, it's dead. Where did all the audience go? Where did people go? And it's like, dude, like, people just have things to do. There's a billion different fighting games to play. The whole point is that there are ways to build communities and to find people that are still grinding it out on whatever old fighting game that has been around forever. Like, there are tools available for everybody now that are mostly free, that allow us to engage with those communities and still find them. You don't have to go to like one arcade in the middle of absolutely nowhere that is like 2,000 miles away just to find your community. No, they exist now, and they exist with good netcode. That's insanely valuable to me. It's insanely valuable that I can show people that this stuff exists. And just because, like, I might not be the biggest Arcana Heart fan, I might not be the biggest like BlazBlue fan, or the biggest fan of like of Tekken, even over some people that are super hardcore of these things, but over time I learned through streaming and making YouTube videos, I learned that getting people to be super hardcore, getting people to be as hardcore as the hardcore, or as hardcore as I was for the games that I love personally, was a fleeting effort. It just became more and more difficult, much less it is hard to impress people that have already like established themselves in a game. To me, it felt way better when I went to Evo or when I went to events and people are like, I would never have come to something like this. I would never have been a part of the fighting game community in any way if it wasn't for you. And the literal tens of thousands of times I've heard that is what makes me realize why I think this is the appropriate direction, right? It's the slow direction, you know? It's not the thing that's gonna go boom, like, damn, we're at 1 million followers, we've been doing this for 2 months. What's up, fam? Smash that like button, lick my ass. You know, it's definitely not gonna be as engaging as that, but to me, it means a lot more. To me, it's more valuable. It's the same thing, like, there's an old thing that Todd McFarlane said, and I've used this quote a long time ago and many times, where Todd McFarlane, when he was talking about Spawn, and he created the character with like some relatively more adult themes, funny enough because kids just love Spawn, but when he talked about Spawn in the 90s, he said he wanted to create a character that people would stick with, because he said that appealing towards kids is going to be very, very lucrative, very fast. It's going to be this thing that is going to draw a ton of eyes to you very quick, and it will astronomically shoot you into the heavens. However, they're not going to stay. Like, kids absolutely have a very short attention span. However, if you do something and create something that appeals towards adults, that appeals towards people that are like later teenagers and stuff, that actually appeal towards an adult audience, then you're going to grab people and they're going to stick around with you for a long time. much less for as long as you keep making stuff. And to me, that always seemed really important. That always seemed important to build something, to like build a community that allows something that had existed before, like arcades and stuff like that, to emulate that in whatever way we possibly could. Because I feel like that camaraderie, that community that you build with people around games is really what keeps you coming back. You just want to love the same shit with your friends. That's really it, dude. And I personally got good. Like, if there's a skill that I got good at over the years, and it hasn't really been fighting games for the most part, it's been the ability to stream games and to express what makes them great. And that has been something that I can actually say has definitely increased for me tenfold over many years of streaming to a live audience of a lot of people. It has been, how do I make this experience with this game something that can be reflected for the people that loved it before, much less for people that are unaware of it now, and to get them to understand why it's awesome. And you pretty much saw that with like Super Metroid earlier this year, because I had never played through the full game myself. And it's like, you know what, this is gonna be my approach. I'm gonna go into this like I'm a noob, and I'm going to do my best to let the game show me what it has. And it's either gonna impress me or it's not, but I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, it was super impressive. It ends up being one of my game of the years because Super Metroid's friggin' amazing. Gives you something to relate to, because that's all I want, man. I just want to relate to people on things. I just want to have like the reasoning behind why I'm making content or doing things to be the defining factor that I can at least connect with people in some way. Anyway, thank you guys. Thank you for the buffer. Thank you for the 60 follower buffer. That's a troll buffer. I appreciate it, man. We actually hit a million followers today. Practically a million subs, I'm gonna say too. Holy shit.